What's up, YouTube? We're out here with the pit bulls. It is currently Thursday. The weather's gotten a lot better. We had a big thunderstorm yesterday evening, and we're just out here playing with them because we know they got a little bit scared probably from the thunderstorm earlier this morning. And yeah, I was just wanting to talk about the topic of the day, and that is just basically how to know when you're ready to own a dog. Not just a pit bull, but a dog. So some simple things to consider before owning a dog, like, because I really get tired of people buying dogs just because they're cute and they think they could really, you know, take care of them, and then they just send them to the dog pound when in reality the dog could have gotten a better owner in the first place that actually cared for him for life, you know. So one thing to take in great consideration is to basically always consider all things when owning a dog, such as buying a dog food, feeding the dog, watering its cage down, cleaning the cage, taking the dogs a bath, you know, keeping them all their living conditions sanitary. What else? Let's see what else. Oh, taking them to the vet is a big thing. Keeping up with their shots, their monthly shots, their yearly shots, their checkups, their worm checkups. Having a job basically to pay for the dog's expenses such as food, water, shelter, yeah, vet expenses. Also having the time to even socialize with the dog, and not just having it in your yard sitting there. You know, a dog can become very depressing. Depression in many dogs leads to anger and aggression towards strangers. So yeah, just having, you know, the money or income to raise a dog, care for it, buy its necessities, taking it to the vet on time, as well as having the time to care for it and socialize with it, as we do on a daily basis with my dogs. That's major key and essential. Also getting approval of whoever you live with at home, such as parents or spouse, or, you know, other brothers or sisters or whatever family that lives with you. Because a lot of people, they may like the dog at first, but as it gets older, you know, its attitude changes. It becomes more playful and more of guard doggish. So always keep that in mind. Yeah, just keep that in mind, and that's very important to consider everything, because so many circumstances where I see many people buy dogs just because they're cute and puppies, but they don't take into consideration like the amount of care they're gonna give a puppy. Because to be honest, puppies are harder to take care of than older dogs, because when they're little, they're constantly peeing in their cage or indoors, because it takes training and time to really put in the effort and train them to go outside to use the restroom, you know, to pee and to take a poop. And so it takes a lot of training and patience. Patience is a major thing when caring for dogs. Be patient with them. Don't get mad at them, because again, you know, you're a human being and they're dogs. It's a different, you know, different animal, you know. So it's just learning to teach them what you mean, and learning what communication to use, such as nonverbal communication, such as simple hand gestures, or telling them to sit, or verbal gestures, you know. So that's very important, because I hate to see, you know, people buy really nice dogs and they care for them for about a year, and once the dog gets really old, they don't want to care for it because it wasn't what they thought out it was going to be. And so it's very important. Like, it's basically like caring for a child, I would say. Not that I have a child on my own, but, you know, brothers and sisters of mine have children. You just have to give a lot of your attention. You see, he likes attention. Even as they're older, they still want that same puppy attention, just in different ways. And it's very important that you do that, so they don't become, you know, very aggressive and towards strangers because of lack of socialization and attention. So I'll just leave you guys with those tips. I think those are very important. Look at them kissing each other. And so I think those tips are very important to consider when owning a dog. like I said many times before, not too common, I see people buy dogs just because they look so cute, but they don't consider taking care of them later on. And you know, the time and effort you got to put in, especially in the winter time. Like caring for dogs in the winter time, if they're outdoor dogs or indoor dogs, it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, like I had to adjust to that, but it's worth the time, you know. It's worth the sacrifice for them, you know. They don't tell you to buy them, they just love people. You're the one that chose to buy them, so at the end you're responsible for everything and held accountable for everything they do. So don't hate the dog, hate yourself for buying the dog and not being able to be caring of it and responsible for it. So you only put in your own misery, so just always consider that. And it's actually fun owning a dog if you know how to care for them right. Basically, if you're not lazy, just don't be lazy and put in the effort for owning them. Doing simple little things like watering out their bowls. Try to keep them as clean as possible, as I do with my dogs, even though they got stains still, because I'll probably shower them tomorrow. That's when I have time. I won't make a video on it though, because it took forever to upload a 30-minute video. But enough of the chitter chat, and that's basically what I wanted to just make a video on. Those simple tips. And if you have any other questions or any suggestions for future videos, feel free to comment those below. Yeah, and feel free to share, like, favorite, and subscribe this video with other YouTubers. You guys are really good at sharing my videos. I like to get more shares though. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below, and see you on the next one, and God bless.